Hello everybody, my name is Gademar. Welcome back to another video of NHL 18, the franchise mode. Now today what we are gonna go ahead and do is the free agents. And yeah, we're gonna probably sign a couple of free agents and also start the second season of this franchise mode. But before we do that, I needed to check out if we had what we needed exactly. So I went out to check the centerman in first, and looks like we have three third forward liners. And Peter Allen is the one I'm gonna have to trade right here already. I'm gonna go look out in the free agents for a fourth liner, just because we need a fourth liner, and there's none that are in the AHL right now. Nobody is really ready to play in the NHL. So we're gonna trade Allen for a third round pick over Anaheim, and not for a fourth rounder, because we simply don't have, like, I want to really pick someone that has a little bit more value, possibly more value, and that's over the free agents. So let's go ahead and try to make this trade happen, boys. And it happened. Alright, so Peter Allen is now in the Anaheim Ducks, and we got their third round pick. Alright, so we should be okay with this. Now let's go back to centerman. Now we're gonna need a fourth liner for the centermans. If we look at the left wingers, we've got the first round, second round, third round, and fourth round. Alright, so I forgot that I managed to get Jagger to a left winger. So Jagger is a left winger. Alright, so we've got everybody we need over left wing. Right wing, first round, second round, third round, and fourth round for our right wing too. So we don't need anybody in the right wing also. So it's really centerman, just a fourth rounder for centermans. We also need in the defenseman, I don't know what we need exactly. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, we need a couple of, these are not going to do the job, so we're going to need a couple of, hang on. We have space for another top 4 and maybe possibly 2 top 6. All right, for defensemen, possibly. We could also just bring out a top 4 or a top 6 defenseman and make Davidson and Mauro play, so that we can permit our younger players in the AHL to play. But I don't know. We're going to have to see on that. Now we need, for goaltenders, we don't need anything, of course. We still have Montoya. We still have Price. Foucault is coming in a couple of years. He's going to be ready to play in the NHL. Alright, so fourth line, those are what we need right now for the free agents. A fourth line centerman, and a top 4 or 2 top 6 defensemen. Alright, so let's go ahead and see for the centermen, boys. So we need, alright, so Martinson, Paquette, Dowd, Shore, Rasmussen, or Josephson. So these are the ones, these are our choice right now. I'm not going to scroll down to see who's there. Not going to do that. I'm not intrigued in these. I really want to pick one of these right here. So Richardson, all right? Not Richardson. Let's see, Martinson right here. He used to play for the Canadiens. I think he's one of the players that I actually released this year, so we could bring him up again. He's 80 in the offensive awareness, already better than Paquette, so we're not going to pick up Paquette. Dowd is actually as good. He's actually better because he has the better end eye than Martinson, so we will add. For now, looks like we're going to pick Dowd. There's Shore right here. No, we're going to pick Shore. He's better already. So we can see Shore's better. Alright, my choice is made, boys. We're going to sign Nick Shore, to the Montreal Canadiens for, of course, we don't have the salary the salary cap, so we're way good. We're gonna be able to have him. I have to make sure, of course, to sign him up. So let's see, for 2.6, all right, 1 million more. We're gonna give 1 million more than he actually wants. All right, so 2.6 million for 1 year. We're gonna have Nick Shore on our team. Now let's see, defenseman wise, we've got a top 4 right here. So let's go ahead and sign him. It's Nick Olden. So we're gonna have Nick Olden on our team. Let's go ahead and sign him, boys, for 4.85 years. All right, 4.5 millions for 4 years. Let's go. All right, he's gonna be on our team, and we could pick up at least one. I'm gonna pick up not 2 top 6s, but at least one of them. All right, so we're gonna pick up one of these top 6. So let me scout really quick which one I should get. All right, I scouted, boys. I went ahead and scouted all the players. Looks like the best option is Mark Streit. That's right, Mark Streit needs to come back to his old team again. He is on the team in real life, so I imagine we're gonna need to. Imagine I just released him also. We're gonna need to get him back because he's 85 overall in offensive awareness, and you guys know that's what I look for. I look for the defensemen, all the players that can produce as much as possible for our team. So we're gonna offer him 3.55 million for 2 years. He's probably not gonna do these 2 years of contracts because he's pretty old. He's 40 years old, but we never know. You know, he's probably gonna accept. We'll never know. All right, so we over here in the goaltenders, you can see all the goaltenders. We're not gonna sign anybody because we already have everyone we need. So we have Kari Littonen right here, but no, we're not gonna sign anybody, right? So we got all we need. So let's just skip ahead, boys. Let's just skip ahead and see if there's gonna sign with us. If these players are actually gonna sign with us. So we've got Nick Shore on our team, Mark Streit, and Nick Olden. So all of them actually accepted my contract, which is really good. So everything's good, boys. So we have these 3 players on our team. I don't have to go and search for any other players, really. No other players are worth it for me. At least that's what how I feel. So let's skip ahead to the 15th of September. Usually that's what I do. Usually that's around the time where the preseason starts. So let's just go skip ahead over there. I'm gonna see you guys once we are in the preseason. Alright, boys, so there's a trade that looks like while we were skipping, there's a trade that the Dallas Stars offered us. They offered to bring back Gradulov to Montreal in exchange for Nikita Sherbak, Suklobov, which is a prospect of top 9 prospect, really not gonna grow too much. Alright, that we pick on the 4th line, and actually it was De La Rose, but De La Rose is a 4th liner, and Radulov is a 2nd liner. Now I know for sure that Radulov is already better than our 2nd liner that's right now over the Montreal Canadiens, which is Gallagher. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. What are you doing? What are you doing, Gab? Don't make this trade. Well, I want to make this trade. That's the thing. This team is hopeful. This is the reason why they want Radulov. This is the reason why they want to get rid of Radulov. And they also want to bring in prospect players. I mean, Gallagher's still young. He still has like 2 or 3 years to grow. Alright, so he's still good. In my mind, I think he's still good. Plus, he's a 2nd forward liner. He's the same thing as Radulov, except way younger, you know. So he could be able to play good in this team, in the other team. I mean, they're basically the same. He's 87 in offensive awareness. Radulov's 88. let's see what Gallagher did in the last previous year. All right, so 57 points. That's what he should do. I mean, it was his best season of the year of his career. All right, and so it's 57 points. Radulov, him, can do 61 points. All right, he's doing 55 to 60 points regularly, which is not the case for Gallagher. So I really want to have Radulov instead of Gallagher, boys. Nikita Sherbak would be a big loss for us. That I agree, it would be a big loss. But I don't feel like it really matters. I mean, I prefer having the cup on our ends, having the Stanley Cup right now as much as possible. I don't really care for the future. We can always pick up really good players, like elite players. We already did it anyways. I'm sure we can pick up elite players as we go on in the draft picks. It's not really that much of a problem if we trade up a top 6, you know. So let's go ahead and do this trade. We're gonna get a second round in exchange too. So a second round and Radulov in exchange for Sherbak, Zuglabov, and Gallagher. Let's see if it goes in, boys. Will it go through? It did. I am happy to say that your counter proposal is still in the line with the objectives of the Dallas Stars, so accept. I'm glad to see you appreciate the fine art of trade negotiations. Alright, so that's a big trade right there for the Montreal Canadiens, boys, and the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars are in there and get 2 prospects and possibly a third one, but I doubt he's gonna really grow. And on our end, we get back our famous all-star player that we got on the last year, so, or the other year in this mode, in the franchise mode. So we got back what we really needed. Plus he's gonna be able to play with Jagr, so we're gonna have Jagr playing with Radulov, and Drouin's gonna be a first line. It's gonna be a stacked team, boys, a way better team than it already was. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have a really big team this year, and I'm hoping for it to be really good, a really good year, especially in the playoffs. I really am hoping that in the playoffs we're going to do good, boys. So let me do the edit the lines and see the roster, how it looks and everything, and I'm sure afterwards I'll show you, and we're going to start the preseason and the first half of the season. While looking at the roster, I saw something on the left wing side that is going to be interesting, boys. Remember I told you guys about Jagr who was going to play with Radulov. Well, looks like he's not going to play at all with the Montreal Canadiens this year. I'm gonna have to trade Jagr. Why? Because Lekonen is now, he grew up to second forward liner. That's right, and he's only 23 years old, and he's got 90 offensive awareness. He's really good. He's better than Jagr, way better than Jagr. I'm sorry, but I have to trade up Jagr. Well, all right. So we're gonna have a veteran in less for us for the playoffs, but at least we're gonna get Lekonen. So what I'm gonna try to do is trade Jagr. If it doesn't work, I am gonna have to trade Lekonen, but I'm gonna try to trade Jagr to any team really in exchange for a third forward liner. All right, so we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. So let me do the trades really quick and the lines. All right, boys. So there's the trade. We're gonna trade Jagr to the San Jose Sharks because they are a contender team, of course, so they're looking to have a veteran player playing for them in the playoffs. In exchange for Donskoy, which is a third foreign liner, we also had the option of Abdul Kader, but the reason why I chose Donskoy, he has one, he only has one general overall of offensive awareness, but he has discipline. He has 90 discipline, and that's one of the things I'm gonna have to look for also in the for the playoffs is the discipline, because you guys remember in the playoffs we used to have penalties like a bunch of wazoos. All right, so we can't afford to have any penalties whatsoever. Take that. I absolutely cannot take that for the life of me. That was awful. All right, so let's take Donskoy and a third forward, a third round pick. All right, so will it go through? It didn't. All right, so what we're gonna do is, instead of the third round pick, we're gonna go for the 4th round, and it did. It ran out. So Jagers is now in the San Jose Sharks, and we have Donskoy on our team. It's gonna be Pacioretty, Galchenyuk, and Drouin together. The first forward line, pretty good. Second forward line, Dano, Lekanen, and Radulov. All right, so pretty much a youngling player, a more young line. So pretty young line, but really offensive. So it's gonna be sure that they're gonna make a lot of points with Radulov, boys, especially Lekanen. We have on the third forward line Donskoy, Charludon, and Andrew Shaw. And fourth forward line, a little bit weak, but that's all it's gonna be. Nick Shore, Delarose, and McCarron. All right. Pretty much a big line right there. So what we are gonna end up doing, I wanna also show you guys the lines for the AHL. All right, I also need to show you guys the defense. So defense is Weber with Petrie, Olden with Alsner, and Mark Streit with Bergman. All right, and for the AHL, of course, it's gonna be Daniel Carr, Fraser, Terry. All right, so I need to play, of course, Jared Wood, our elite left winger. He's gonna play on the second line. All right, we're making sure to play him on the second line right here. We picked him up at the first round last year. I didn't have a choice, but now there's a thing. All right, so the thing is, because I didn't have any space left for our elite defensemen, I have two elite defensemen to play. I am able to play Timothy Pino at his position, so he's going to be able to play in defense. But for Kubasa, I can't do anything for him, so I had to put him on the offensive line. So he's going to be an offensive player, all right? He's gonna be on a skater on top. So, and he's gonna play also with Victor Mete, which I need to play because he's a really good player. We're gonna need to play both of these two, all right? They're gonna be both of these defensemen are gonna have to play on the offensive. So. And we also have, yeah, there it is pretty much. For our goaltender, it's going to be Foucault and McNiven. And for the Canadians, of course, Carey Price and Montoya. So let's go ahead and go right into the preseason, boys. I don't know if we're actually going to get to sim a little bit of the first season, since it's been a pretty long video for me already. I wasn't expecting it to be that long. I gotta be honest with you guys, but I do want to do the couple of the seasons, so we're gonna have to see. So we're simming a little bit of the preseason right here. We're seeing really tight games. Like it's the first two games we win them both on shootouts, which is interesting. Now we're gonna go on the scouting. Let's see who has the best scouting. Right here, this guy, he's got an A, so we're gonna keep our momentum for the 1 month for the forwards. We got 4 wins in a row. Let's see our first loss in the preseason against the Buffalo Sabres. Pretty tight game, 2-1. So you can see really, guys, how it's gonna look for us in the season. That's what it should look like, apparently. So we're gonna have a lot of if we look the way it looks like, if we take it the way it looks like for the preseason, it's gonna be really good year for us. 6-1-0. That's a really good preseason, boys. So let's see. Let's hope it's gonna be the same for our season. All right. So let's skip ahead to the second month. where it's going to be against the New Jersey Devils. Our first game of the year is against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we lost in shootout 1-0. Alright, at least we got a point out of it, which is pretty cool. And we lost our second game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, so it looks like we cannot get a win against these guys. It's 2 losses in a row right at the beginning against these guys. This is it's not good at all. Let's see the third game. Oh my god, already an injury, boys. Alex Galchenyuk is injured with strained hamstring. Oh my god. He's gonna be back in this 18th of October, so pretty soon. Alright. That's what the lines look like, boys. Now with Froze, he's gonna be our replacement, so he's gonna be playing on the 4th line. Shore, Udon, and Dano, all of them, of course, go up the ladder. Alright, so let's see how it's gonna go for us. We lost 4-0, our third game, so I mean we did so well in the preseason, and all of a sudden we can't buy a win. There we go, there's finally a win in shootout against the Capitals. Unbelievable, man. Galchenyuk's back. Let's get him back into the team. Alright, so all the lines are back together. Please don't get any more injuries. That was way too... I mean, only 2 games played and Galchenyuk already goes ahead and injures himself. I mean, that's what it was, the story of himself for the entire season last year, if you guys remember correctly. So, oh my god, are you serious? We lose 2 and we don't even lose in shootouts like we're losing in regulations. It's awful right now. We're playing awful, boys. We're playing awful. I don't like it whatsoever. I really don't like this. Alright, fourth for 3 weeks over the LH GMQ. It's going pretty well for the Rockets. The Rockets are doing way better than we are, for sure. We got 2 wins in a row. Let's get a little bit of a win streak there. Derek Brassard, no thank you. I don't want him. I'm not trading any of my draft picks. 3 wins in a row against after the win against the Arizona Coyotes, and we lose again against the Panthers, which is very interesting that we lose against a team like that. I mean, what the fuck? Oh, Carey Price, come on! Carey Price injured with a bruised hip, boys. Estimate return November 26th. Now that is a long time. He's gonna miss the entire month. God damn it, Price. There it is. Foucault is back on the NHL. He's gonna be playing on the NHL for the entire month. And Montoya's gonna be doing as much as he can to help out the team for the entire month, boys. So let's see. We lost. Oh, fucking Christ. No, I don't want Shattenkirk. I do not want Shattenkirk, alright? We don't need that guy. Alright, so we lost all three of the games that we got against the Maple Leafs. We lost them. This is really not good, boys. We're doing really bad. Our first month of the second year ends with a score of 4-6-1. This is awful. It's all an awful year. We cannot permit ourselves to have an awful year like that. Pacioretty is our best player with 7 points in 11 games. He's got 4 goals. All right, we're dead last in our division. We cannot continue to lose like that. And the problem is not gonna help that Price is down for the entire month. So we're gonna have to do something about all this. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my settings because this is awful. I hate injuries, boys. I do. It really just brings down the momentum of our team every time. So I'm gonna have to change the sliders. All right, I have to change the sliders because this is just awful. It's not really his fault either. So really, we need to change the power play. So I'm gonna do that on off video, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Keep it easy, boys.